And recording. 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? This is a reaction video to Twice's More and More comeback, which was just released a couple of hours ago. And we're going to be watching this for the very first time and giving you our straight-up reactions. Based on the teaser footage that has been released so far, it's going for a summer-y kind of feel, which is, I suppose, appropriate considering the season. Michelle, do you have any expectations for this particular comeback?
Not really. Well, Twice is Twice.
Yeah.
So I expect it to be cute to a certain extent.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing too dramatic.
Well, we'll see what happens, okay? We're going to start the video right now. Just going to keep quiet while it's playing, and we'll let you guys know what we think about it once it's over. Ready? And 3, 2, 1.
No, I want it. 입에 바른 소린 이제 그만할게. Cause I deserve it. 혹시 잠깐 내가 미워지더라도 걱정 안 할게. Cause I know you. 내 눈을 자꾸 피해봐. 네 맘을 자꾸 숨겨봐. 나에게서 도망쳐봐. 멈추지를 못해. 그러니 한 번 더. 멈추기가 싫어. 그러니 한 번 더. Do you feel me? 네가 날 위한 사람이라고 믿니? Only for me. 간지러운 말은 굳이 하지 않아도 넌 Cause you know me. 네 길을 자꾸 막아도 나를 무리 밀어내도 나에게서 멀어져도 내가 다시 널 부르면 나의 목소리를 들으면 You are gonna be mine again. Yeah, 한 번 더. You don't say more and more. 멈추지 못해 more and more. 그러니 한 번 더. I wanna have more and more. 멈추기 싫어 more and more. 그러니 한 번 더. 멈추지를 못해. 그러니 한 번 더. 멈추기가 싫어. 그러니 한 번 더. 난 원래 욕심쟁이 몰랐다면 미안. 사과는 미리 할게 cause I'm too more. 의견은 필요 없어 훔칠 거야 네 맘. 내게 울리게 될 걸 if you say no. 난 도둑고양이 오늘만은 널 꼭 잡으러 왔으니까 딱 기다려 너. 멀리 가지 말고 다시 내게 come. Yeah, 한 번 더. 멈추지를 못해. You're gonna say. 그러니 한 번 더. 멈추기가 싫어. 그러니 한 번 더.
Huh.
Okay. Well, I will say this. The first thing that I feel is very apparent about this is that it's much better than the previous comeback, which was Fake and True, which was
I don't remember that song anymore.
there you go. It's so forgettable. It takes vibes from Feel Special. Feel Special was when they had that slightly, they went for that slightly sexier, slightly more mature look, right? And this is a continuation of that. It feels like Fake and True was sort of like a bump along the road.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this instead, which seems to be a bit more mature, I think. Is that the right way of
It
putting
has a
Yeah.
more mature sound,
Yeah.
but I'm not a fan of the chorus. I think the chorus is a bit dull.
Yeah. I can see the argument for that. I can also see why it's sort of played safe, because the thing with Twice songs is that they tend to grow on you. Like the ones they do well, they will grow on you, because they've got like interesting hooks, or their hooks mature over time the more you listen to them, right? An example could be a BTS Boy With Love, for example. Like on the first listen, it might not necessarily be the most, it doesn't necessarily catch your attention like, say, Fire or Mic Drop, right? But the more you listen to it, the more it grows on you. And I feel like you can put a lot of Twice songs into that category. If you consider, say, Feel Special is definitely one. Another is Likey, or even What Is Love. Like these songs tend to grow on you over time. But then when they do it badly, they really miss the mark, like Signal and Fake and True. So yeah, I suppose it's safe, right? Is that a way of putting it?
I guess so. That's why I was thinking, like maybe this song will grow on me like Feel Special did.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel it's going to be stagnant for me, just like Fake and True.
So
Fake and True had no impact on me whatsoever.
So it doesn't feel special.
No.
No.
I mean, I still hum Feel Special now and again.
Yeah.
Like just now, unexpectedly.
Make me feel special.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing about the melody that I find interesting.
Fair
And
enough.
the breakdown annoyed me. I don't know why.
Oh,
I mean, I love watching them dance.
Yeah.
It's just the instrumental, the breakdown annoyed me so much. It's like, I didn't like it.
It felt like a bit early to, like maybe mid 2000s EDM, right? A little bit of that, just thrown in
It
for
felt
good
lazy.
measure. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt really lazy.
Fair enough. Okay. That's fair. Okay, just to play devil's advocate to that, could it then possibly be that we're witnessing a group that is, they're coming to the end of their 7-year contract, right? They debuted only a year and a half after BTS. Like people forget Twice have been around for a pretty long time. So, looking at that within that context, are we looking at a group that's sort of just really comfortable with who they are? Like they just know their sound and they're not really daring to go beyond that? Would that be a fair thing to say?
The thing is that when you say their sound, I don't think they are in control of how their sound is supposed to be, or on how their sound is meant to sound like their music. Sorry. I don't think the group actually has a lot of input into what kind of music or the kind of music that they're supposed to put out. They may have some input in the lyrics, but as far as the song goes, I don't know. I could be wrong, but it just feels like there has been no news whether or not they're renewing the contracts, right?
No,
and
none.
girl groups usually is very difficult to continue past after 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've been around they're coming to their 6th year now.
Yeah, and then
Right.
you have groups like with way stronger vocals who also sort of broke out after 5 or 6 years. But the thing is that Twice is one of the most successful girl groups in Korea for the past 4 to 5 years. Like every time
Probably
they release
number
a song,
one in the last 5 years.
right?
Yeah.
Because when I was listening to the song, I found myself wondering, is this song of the year material? Because if there's for the female group for the song of the year, now usually it's either BTS or Twice or a solo singer.
Yeah.
And this is not song of the year
No,
material
definitely
for
not.
me.
That I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pleasant enough, but it's definitely not song of the year material. I would say that if we're gonna talk about like female groups song of the year, you have to put G Idol in the conversation, right? Because they have had a string of largely experimental hits like Lion and gosh, what was the name of the last one? Oh My God. Yeah, like Oh My God is, well, Whisper It. It seems to be an LGBT anthem in a way, right? But it's really good. in the sense that like it really pushes the boundaries of what is considered acceptable by female K-pop these
I
days.
think if it's going to be Song of the Year from a female group, it's not going to be a group that we expect, because I think 1 or 2 weeks ago there was news of this I don't know if it's new. I've just never heard of them.
Oh yeah, okay.
So this girl group that actually broke BTS Boy in Love record on the charts or something, or a music show record, I'm not sure. But it was their fans were bragging about it, and rightly so, because it's an achievement. But I've never heard of them, so
what's the name of the group?
I don't remember.
Okay, that
You can Google it
that's
later.
off to a good start there,
Yeah.
that conversation. But you know, just to put a bow tie on it, because bow ties are cool. Let's talk about the song, like, you know, before we fade out on this. Any standout parts? I know you don't like the dance break. I mean, the choreography
Okay.
is fine, but like, are there any parts that you like?
the parts before and after the more line, that is probably the parts where I was gonna say least offensive, but that if I'm gonna like any part of the song, it'll be those parts. Once it hits the more line, that chorus, I'm just like
Tuning out.
Yeah, I'm tuning out already, and I don't like the music video. I don't like the zoom ins. I don't like the bright colors. It was just too much for my eyes.
It's a lot, right?
It's
No,
very
my
psychedelic.
eye is still twitching.
It's very
actually.
psychedelic,
Yeah.
and
I had to rub my eyes a few times during the video. I was like, oh, okay.
the girls look great though.
Yeah, they do.
But the colors and the brightness was just not doing it for me lah.
Nayeon in short hair. Oh my god. Just whoa. You know, you should totally cut your hair like that. Look great. So yeah, I mean, there's no real standout part either, is there? It's just they're like little nice hooks here and there, but it doesn't really lift up the track. I mean, Feel Special. I'm gonna reference that a lot, because it's the last track that really sticks in the mind when you think of Twice, and the opening few seconds of Feel Special already hook you in with that, you know, with the synths, you know, and the da 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 da, you know, it immediately pulls you into the song, right? Whereas this was just, it sort of meanders, and then there's this whole long ass like intro, and then the title shows up, and you're like, oh, okay, so the song hasn't started yet. Yeah. So it just feels like it doesn't feel special.
Okay. I mean, Feel Special is fun to hum.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe if we give this a few more listens, it might grow on me. But I'm not holding my breath.
No, okay, that's fair.
Like,
So
Feel Special, when I first heard it, I was like, it's nice, it's catchy, I feel okay about it.
yeah.
And then I just, even I slowly grew to like it more and more lah.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so let's give it a rating. I mean, because, you know, ratings are de rigueur.
Ew.
I'd say 3. I mean, it's not terrible.
For a Twice song, I expected more.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we were all waiting for this comeback, because it's been months since we
I
last
will
heard
give
from
it a
them.
4.
Really? You give it a 4?
Yeah.
That charitable? Oh, okay. Are we doing out of 5 out of 10? Let's clear that up first.
Sorry?
Are we doing out of 5 out of 10?
Oh, out of 10.
Okay, let's do it. If it's out of 10, I would give it a 6. Yeah.
Oh, out of 10. I'll still give it a 4.
Still give it a 4. Okay, yeah. Decidedly unimpressed.
Like, if I might give it another listen and my rating might change, but at the first watch, it's a 4.
No, okay. No, I mean, pop music lives and dies by the first impression that it tends to make, right? And especially K-pop music, because there's so much K-pop music now, right? So I think it's completely fair to say that if it doesn't catch you on first listen, you might only give it another chance like months down the line when it's not even relevant anymore. It's not charting or anything. So maybe then. But yeah, I mean, it's pleasant. It's safe. It's not really, I don't know, doesn't really push the boundaries. And yeah, it feels lazy, right? That's the word that you used.
Yeah, it's lazy. I mean, it's a more mature sound. And
yeah, but Feel Special was also more mature. Yeah, that was a more mature sound, but it was also a bit more exciting, right? And I mean, the outfits were a bit more daring. Like here, they're all in summer dresses, right?
Like some, what is it? Wood nymph, forest, fairy, bohemians. I don't even know what the hell it is.
I was gonna go with like Woodstock and like everybody's high on acid or something. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. Okay. So yeah, the conclusion is, after averaging out our scores, Twice More and More gets a 5 out of 10 from the Game and Story podcast crew. And that's our reaction video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And, if you like the video, we'll put the link in the description below so that you can go and see it for yourself. And if you do, always support your artists. Make sure that you give them the views that they deserve. Don't just watch channels like ours, and whatever. Just go and support them, okay? It's just two people's opinions. And with that, we are signing off.